Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. And here now you can clearly see Krampus. That's right, Merry Krampus. And if you look here now, you can see Santa, so-called St. Nicholas, that never existed, chatting to his counterpart. That's right, because you see, the whole idea of Krampus is this, and I want you to keep this in mind. Krampus goes down like this. Satan, i.e. Santa, S-A-T-A-N, S-A-N-T-A, well, he dresses in red. He's gluttony, greed, your wish list for the children, all about me, 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 me. And there's Krampus. He's Krampus, this is Krampus, right? I.e. Christmas. And what happens is, see that little fella there? That's him. And see him there? That's him. They are both the same. He plays good cop, he plays bad cop. And the way it goes is, if you're not good to this fella here, well then he comes to get your children. That's right, he comes to get your children. Because him and him work with each other, they're both the same. So the little plan with Santa Claus, Krampus, Satan Claus is as follows. And if you don't know about this, then you need to know about this kind of stuff, right? Don't let your children be brainwashed and then they have to carry that on for their children and then their children before them. You see, there was never St. Nicholas, as we said. He was brought in years ago, and then they discovered there was no such thing. Some corrupt pope put him in, and then some other pope came along that wasn't as corrupt and kicked him back out. But the truth to be told is, if you're not good to this fella here, then this fella comes to take you away. So it's not about being good to our Lord. You never hear anything about Jesus Christ, and no one knows when Jesus was born. They're only using the 25th to represent Jesus' birthday, but it's a lot of paganism and caught up in all that stuff, right? So basically what happens is, Santa says, if you're not good to me, then these boys will take you away. So the way they work it out is, how's you cutting Santa, how's you cutting Santa? Ah, not too bad, my old friendly helper. You demon, what you want from me? Yeah, just wondering there, Santa, them children that don't worship you, the same as last year, I come and grab onto them and take them away and devour them, is that it? Well, of course that's the crack. My old friend, this is the whole idea of it. I put on a disguise like a friendly man, giving out presents, when in fact, this is the real me. But I put on the old outfit and I look this way, but when I take off the outfit, I look that way. And they give Santa reindeer. These are Santa's real reindeer. See them there? See them coming through the snow, Krampus's demons. They turn them into the reindeers. That's what came across the snow for your children. If you're not good to this fella here, well, he sends in them boys there to take your children away. And then them boys roll in. And I'll give you a little look now what way it all goes down for ye who doesn't know the way it goes down. See that there now? See the tongue sticking out of the mouth? These are Krampus. Look, the old broomstick this fella has and all, bit of the old Halloween job going. He put it on the ears of the children and they devour your children. So when you see people sticking out the tongue and putting up the devil horns, the way they fold their fingers and put up the two fingers, that's the devil horns. I'll give you a little look in case you don't know. You see a lot of people doing that? That's putting up the devil horns. That represents Satan. So know that, right? That represents Satan. So that's what happens in Krampus. Krampus, they send out his little demons to get your children if you're not good. And like here's another illustration there. There's Santa there. What have you got in your sack? And there's Santa's sidekick there, look. So they're kneeling down, praying to Santa, look, praying. Instead of praying to our Lord Jesus, they're praying to this imposter, Antichrist. And Antichrist means someone who tries to replace Jesus, takes the place of someone else. He's anti-Jesus, Antichrist. So that's your Santa in there as well, in your Krampus. And here's Santa's little demon, elves, fairy helpers, and there's all the children in chains, look, all brought away, and they're being beat with a fella by a stick back here, because they didn't obey to Santa. Not that they didn't do what God asks of them, no, they didn't do what this fella, see him in the ball, Krampus, there look, Krampus, and there he is in his ball, little Santa Claus. That's the job there now, that's what you're giving your children, and here he is again. And the whole idea of the sack was the demons would come and they take your children away in a sack and they devour them. Look at the tongue sticking out. You see a lot of actors and movie stars and singers doing that, sticking their tongues out and celebrating. That is pure satanic, alright? So you're stuffing the children into the bag and then you're taking them away to eat, to devour your children. There he is there in the bag. Another one, kid child running for his life as a man comes along to bait them and take them because they're not obeying and doing what Satan Claus tells them to do. There he is there again. You can see all in the bag, the tongue sticking out, the children are in the bag. That's the bag of toys Santa's supposed to have. And that's where it comes from, Santa with his big bag in his back. When in fact it's demons coming for your children's soul. Because Santa represents that, Satan Claus. If you can't get your head around it, you don't ask me, like. You know what I mean? Satan Claus. And what happens is that's who your children are worshipping. It's all about greed. Oh, you're naughty list if you're not good to Santa. You never hear him say, oh, if you're not good to God or good to our Lord. It's always, oh, if you're not good to Santa, old Santy, or Father Nick, or Saint Nick, or whatever you like to call him, Nick, well, he won't bring you nothing. He'll only bring you a bag of coal and a bag of demons to go with it. And if we didn't know, do you know how Santa got to say, how Santa very first said, ho, ho, ho? Well, if you don't know, I said it before, look, I'm doing videos years and this stuff. This is years. My channel has been shut down, man. I had a channel on 14 years ago. They shut it down. They terminated my backup channels as well. Because of the truths. What they did, what scientists do, back in about the 1830s, the 1840s, we used to do a lot of plays on stage. And a fella used to come out as the devil, dressed up as the devil, similar to this fella here, and he'd have a tail off the back of him, and he'd have the fork in his hand, right? And before he came out from behind the curtain, he used to go, Satan, dressed up as Satan, before he came out from behind the curtain, he'd go, ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. And that's how people knew Satan was coming out on the stage. And then they took it from that and they gave it to that fella there. That's right, they gave it to old Santa Claus instead. That's what they did. All being captured away. So that's how Santa got to do the ho, ho, ho. And Krampus, that was all brought into us from the likes of Germany and places like that. There's a real Santa there. There's a real Santa. That's what you're doing. Look, there he is with the sack on his back, taking your children away. And then they decided to give a fella called St. Nicholas that never existed, they decided to make him Santa. That's right. There's more of your little elves there. See your little elves? Notice the difference, your little demons, slash elves, slash call them what you like. But that's what they are. That's what you're celebrating when you celebrate that. It's all paganism. Like there's Santa now, look. There's Santa. With all these demon and devil friends, look, the tongue sticking out everywhere. So what happens is, if you embed that in your children, then your children have to grow up and they'll pass that on to their children. Then they'll all be stuck with, oh, Christmas is coming, I have to keep up with the Joneses, I gotta be gluttony, I gotta buy, it's gotta be me, a big wish list, I gotta get turkeys, I gotta do decorations, I gotta put this up, I gotta put that up. And the amount of stress that puts on people is off the chart. It's a known fact, Christmas is the most stressful time of the year. And why is that? Why is that? Because the likes of this imposter and these little demons, well, they push it out on the TV, oh, it's all fun and games, Santa's here to help you. And then people are stressed out to the max. More people commit suicide around Christmas time than any other time. Because they can't keep up with it. Every ad on the TV bombarding you with ads, you have to buy this and you have to buy that, and the Xbox 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and the PlayStation and nothing but satanic games all over in PlayStations as well, and Xboxes. That's why I only have a Wii for my son, so he plays Mario and stuff like that. Innocent children's games, not no satanic shit like you'll get out of your Xbox and your PS3, 4 and 5, and they're rushing and they're killing one another to get one. No, then they'll pass on all that shit into their children. Their children then carries that on, and they have children, and then they carry all that stress of keeping up with the Joneses. Who has the bigger tree? Just look at houses around the place and you see all the decorations. One house trying to have more than the next house, and they literally leave themselves brassic to keep up with the Joneses. And all it breeds is greed, gluttony, my wish list, 101 things I want for me. This is all about materialistic stuff. The very same stuff that we were taught about, that the Bible clearly states, the materialistic world is the world of Satan. Yes, you need some stuff, but once you go past that, the stuff to live and provide yourself with, and you go into the materialistic, greedy side of things, you are now in the realm of satanic Satan. Because your materialistic things and your bank account means more to you than your fellow brother and sister. And that's exactly what they want you to do. That's exactly what they want. There's my man there now, look. Thinks it's great fun, sticking out the tongue, throwing up the devil horns. He even has a Satan on his jumper. He's indoctrinating his child, and they're saying himself they're Santa, as you can see, and he's indoctrinating his child now as well. So his child will grow up with all the same stress and strife of Christmas coming and having to pay up and keep up with the fucking Joneses. So, you know the crack, like, this is what goes on. Krampus, Santa's other little helper. There he is there. They're standing the odd smiles at the other little helper. Of course, they put a Christian cross on it. That's blasphemy. That's all about blasphemy. That's how you do it. You take Satan and you give him a Christian cross. You don't think Satan is going to come at you this way, the way that fella looks now, with the horns and the big ears and the fiery face, do you? No. He's going to come at you there with a smile, and he'll stick a Christian cross onto his hat just to insult our Lord God. It's all a part of that. That's what it's about. Just like when you do witchcraft, they'll get a Bible, they'll rip pages out of the Bible and burn the Bible, and they'll do all the rituals on the Bible. This is the way they do it to insult God. So that's Santa's other little helper there now, just so you know what you're dealing with. There's another one of Santa's little helpers there, pulling the ears off the child, wrapping the tongue around, about to devour the child. So you don't need to celebrate. Like, I don't need people to tell me. That's why my children know Santa is Satan. My children know that's Santa is Satan. We don't celebrate none of that bullshit. Here he's on supposed to be. Just think about it. He comes at the night time, he comes down through your chimney where there's fire, out through your fire, you know, with fire and chimney and blackness, and down through it in satanic rituals, I don't know what is. Down through your chimney and out through the fire, and that's a satanic ritual, and Santa's a fucking liar. But people will watch this now and say, oh, he just hates Christmas. No, if you don't get your head around what I'm trying to show you, nothing about it being Christmas. I don't need no one to tell me, oh, here comes Christmas, now you can be good to your children and buy them stuff. I can buy my children any stuff any time of the year I feel like it. I don't need no TV or radio or shit out in the streets to brainwash me and my children to carry this satanic ritual on with them for the rest of their lives. Suffering. There he's down the chimney with his little bag of tricks, the bag in his back, and of course my man, his other half there is sticking the children into the bag and gathering souls. Satan loves that time of the year, loves it, because he knows greed, gluttony, indulging, drunkenness, drug addicts, unmerciful amounts of food wasted, everything to keep up with the Joneses, all materialistic stuff to better each other. That's what it's all about, and Satan just loves that stuff. God says be humble, there shouldn't be none of this. Even in Jeremiah, it stays in, look man, I'll put it in there about Jeremiah. God tells him, do not send the woodsman out to the forest to cut the tree down from the forest and bring it home and fasten it to the floor with nails and decorate it with gold and silver. Don't do that. That's as the heathens do. Don't do what the nations do. That's what it's told, and I'll put it in the video to show you. Now some people, as I said, are going to be looking at this and they're not going to be happy about it because they're so brainwashed. They're so brainwashed, they're just thinking, oh, he's trying to take the good out of Christmas. No, not trying to take the good out of it, but if you've been brainwashed into thinking it, you'll think I am. But use your head, use your mind, think for yourself. This is how they're getting you. Don't let no one tell you, oh, you can do this time of the year. You can do that time of the year. You have to go out and buy this, you have to go out and buy that. Oh, you have to celebrate it. Oh, you have to celebrate it. If you don't celebrate it, there's something wrong with you. You know, you're destroying Christmas for everyone. No. Oh, you're ruining Christmas for the children. Say, no, I'm not ruining nothing for the children. I'm educating my children so that they don't have to be caught up in that vicious fucking circle of greed and gluttony and keeping up with the Joneses. And it's all satanic, as I said, it's all satanic. You understand that? But you've been brainwashed into thinking it. Through the, as I said, through the media, through the radio, through the TV programs, through the streets, through the decorations. It's all a way to trap you. As I said, you don't think Satan is going to come at you looking like that, do you? No. Satan's not going to come at you looking like that at all, no. It's like a robber if he comes to rob your house. He's not going to come in and knock on the door and walk in the door and top you. No, no. If he did call, he'd come in and scope the place out, knock the door all smiles. That's what he would do. He won't knock on the door like that and say, I'm here to rob your fucking house and everything you want. No. He'll come to your door all smiles to scope out the gaff. And then when he's ready, then he'll fucking rob you. Look at them images, because that's what you're letting in and top your children. That's what you're inviting in around the place. That. You understand? That's the way to sell it, Joe. I mean, if Satan is coming, he won't come at you this way. No, because he knows you know what he's up to. He'll come at you that way. Nice and happy, everything is cushy, everything is majestic, couldn't be better. Life is good, lads, life is brilliant. Now, have you enough money to keep this spoof going? Because if you don't, well, life won't be so good for you then. Life won't be great, life won't be brilliant. When you're having an arse to your pants trying to keep up the fucking Joneses, life won't be so brilliant. Not at all. That'll be there, that life there for you. So know the truth, lads, as I said, like, know the truth. I don't need no one to tell me, oh, it's Christmas now, you can buy your children something, you can celebrate. I can do that anytime I like. I buy my children stuff when I want to. And when Christmas comes, all my children know I have always taught all of my boys and girls, Santa, S-A-N-T-A, equals S-A-T-A-N, Satan. When Christmas comes, he replaces Jesus, he takes the place of Jesus. In comes Satan Claus, and Jesus is told, you take a back seat there, while Santa Claus is in town. Use your brain. Think for yourself. Think outside the fishery. You're all living in a fishery. This is what I'm trying to tell people. The school, the box, call it what you like. Think outside the box. I call it think outside the fishery, because you're all kept in a fishery. And you're all brainwashed, right? There's your happy little elf. You see the two boys, as I said, they're working together, right? They're working together. That's behind the scenes. That's what you're really dealing with there. So know the truth. You know what I mean? You don't need people to tell you, oh, you need to celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December. No one knows when Jesus was born. No one, right? When I grew up, we had the Christmas tree too and the decorations, so we knew no better. We knew no better. But there's no reason for people not to know now. People were fooled for years and years, upon fucking hundreds of years. Now people know. And all this stuff comes across from Europe, remember that. Same with the Christmas tree. There's no Christmas trees back in Ireland. Christmas trees came into Ireland during the First World War. The Germans had them. The satanic tree. Right, that's what it is, a satanic tree. The people bow down in front of the tree, kneel down and literally pray to the fucking tree. I mean, now the man's subject. Now, can I get you a little look here? I'll give you a scan. What this says here, right? Jeremiah 10-2-4. This is what the Lord says. Do not learn the ways of the nations, for the customs of the people are worthless. They cut a tree out of the forest and adorn it with silver and gold, and they fasten it with a hammer and nails. Right? They fasten it to the ground, as the heathens do. As the heathens do. Jeremiah 10. Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain, for one cuts the tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman, with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold, and they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it not move. Praise and worship the Christmas tree. O Christmas tree, O Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Many Christians will defend this by saying, I don't worship the Christmas tree. The Hebrew word for worship is S-H-A-C-H-A-S-A-H-A, which means to bow. Right, so there you go, right? Basically, you do not take the tree out of the forest, decorate it with gold and silver and nail it to the floor as the heathens do. Right, so there you go. That's what you've been down and take your presents off from under the tree. It's like you're worshipping the tree. So keep that in mind, lads. Keep all that in mind. This is an educational video. It's not to destroy Christmas for you. Just remember, you don't need no one. That is no one to tell you what you should and shouldn't do and when you should and shouldn't celebrate things. Every day is God's day, right? When you're a Christian, you believe in God, every day is God's day. You do not need... Do you understand how you even know all this shit? The media push... If the media didn't talk about the 7 days a week coming up to Christmas, and the radio, and the TV, and the ads, and the street, and what you see everywhere, and the decorations, it'd come and go and you wouldn't even know. But they make it so that it's in your face, right? It's in your face. Then you come on like that, bonker. So turn to God and turn away from all that. And remember this, people, too, right? Make sure you tell your children the truth, like I tell all my children the truth. I've always told them the truth. I'm buying you the present because we used the 25th of December to represent Jesus' birthday. No one knows when it is Jesus' birthday or when it was Jesus' birthday, and if they did, then people are long gone. So we use the 25th now to represent it. And I'm getting you a present, me, your parents. We're getting you the presents. So if you're not good to us, and not forget about your Santa there, because he's nothing to do with it, Satan Claus. I'm the parent. If you're not good to me, you're not getting no present. There's no big wish list that some invisible satanic Santa is going to bring you down your chimney and out to the fire. No, me, your parents. Because if you bring your children into this world and you start lying to them about things, from the word go, you're lying to them about stuff, fairy tale stuff. You're lying to them about Satan Claus, and you're just sending them down the wrong road completely. Down the road of stress, gluttony and greed and me and more me and the stress of it all. As I said, it's never ending. And now to start Christmas around September, so that gives your child 3 months of misery. And they'll carry it on and they'll pass it on to their children. So tell your children the truth. Yes, like a birthday party, put up some decorations if that's what you like to do. Put up a couple of decorations. Hang a star off to remember Bethlehem and the star off the ceiling. I'll put up a few decorations. I'll draw a big picture on the wall, as I always do, because I'm a bit of an artist. I might take a photo of it and show you whenever I do get round to it. I'll do a manger. I'll do a lovely country scene. I'll do a big star in the sky. I'll put in a few snowmen, because it's winter time here in Ireland. And I'll have the manger done up. All painted up, all drawn onto the wall, because as I said, I'm a bit of an artist. And that's the way you do it. Hang a few decorations, stay away from the trees, they're as the heathens do. Don't destroy the front of your house in lights trying to better your neighbour. And most definitely don't pass on that satanic Satan Claus to your children. He is an antichrist, he represents Satan. He takes the place of Jesus. Your children go up, oh, Santa's coming, Santa's coming, Santa's coming.
completely missing the message about our Lord being born and Jesus and Bethlehem and the three wise men. Does it say anywhere in the Bible, if you're a Christian, anywhere do you hear Santa mentioned? Does Jesus talk about Santa? Does the wise men talk about Santa? Does anyone talk about Santa? No. And back in the day, Santa used to be dressed in green and brown. And Coca-Cola came on and they turned him red. And that's how little Santa became Red Santa. Back in the days when he was first around the place about 100 years ago, it was brown and green he dressed in. Supposed to be an old carpenter that used to make toys for children and give them out to the poor. Again, all made up story. I'm sure there's people out there even now to help out the poor. They don't claim to be Santa. They're carpenters, roofers, builders, plumbers, electricians, all sorts of people. Just normal parents, family people that try to help out. They don't claim to be Santa. You're not asked to be naughty or nice to them or you get nothing. This is an impostor, made red by Coca-Cola, more poison you should never drink, lethal to the stomach, covered in sugary shit. I could go on about it, it's endless. And here comes this time of the year now where they're going to indulge in gluttony and miss the message about Jesus Christ our Lord, born into this world to save us from the likes of this crap. And all their bullshit, that's what they can do.